I lost my wallet. My coins fell down the drain. I got mugged. My bills flew off the jeepney. My check got wet from the rain. My dog ate my certificate of deposit. I tried to open a locked door with my card and now my card is gone forever. Physical money. It's hard to handle them simply because there is a high risk of losing them. And I have to mention the elephant in the room. It's a hard problem for us Filipinos in our country because, according to the Mid-Year Crime Index for country 2017, we're currently in the 62nd country in the world and the 18th country in Asia to have a high crime rate. Considering that we have 195 countries in the world, I don't think being the 62nd can account for a victory. So now I present to you a new form of currency, cryptocurrency, otherwise known as digital money. Basically, it's not physical at all, and Bitcoin claims that instead of using physical means like bills, coins, or certificates, it uses a computer file, not unlike the use of email. But how does one obtain a Bitcoin? According to Francois Vilde last 2013, Bitcoins can be obtained by exchanging them online or doing something which is called Bitcoin mining. But what is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin mining is when Bitcoins are presented in what I call the Bitcoin community. Here, Bitcoins are locked in what they call a block, and to get the Bitcoins inside it, one must solve a computationally difficult puzzle. It's basically like solving a riddle to conquer the treasure in your quest. Though in this context, your goal is to gain money, and instead of a riddle, you have mathematics. So why go through the trouble of having your mind turn into something akin to mashed potato? As of April 2017, according to Investopedia, one Bitcoin is worth $1,223 or around 61,000 pesos, making it valuable amongst businessmen in the corporate world. Other than its value, another factor that makes Bitcoin so appealing to businessmen is that the government cannot interfere with the transactions via Bitcoin, making the exchange of Bitcoin much quicker without the long process when it is under the scrutiny of the government. As I mentioned before, Bitcoin is digital and accessible only through the internet, which means that a problem of theft and false currency can be easily brushed off because it is monitored by a public ledger. According to Francois Vilde, the forgery and attempts of stealing Bitcoin can be easily detected because every single Bitcoin is being tracked down. According to the MBA School Financial Articles in 2016, it is actually difficult to forge, and I quote, cryptographically counterfeit Bitcoins. So how do you access your account? In the Bitcoin community, there is something called the public key and the private key. According to Investopedia, the keys involved are basically, and I quote, long strings of numbers and letters linked through the mathematical encryption algorithm that was used to create them. The keys are mathematics. The public key is used by people all around the world so they can send their Bitcoins in public, like a bank of some sorts. The private key, however, is a secret among different individuals, just like an ATM pin, and that's what one uses to authorize Bitcoin transmissions. However, despite the computerized and heavily difficult mathematical background of Bitcoin, it is still digital, and owning Bitcoins can put someone at risk with high-profile hackers. The quickest way to avoid this kind of theft is if the main computer hard drive where you hide your Bitcoins is disconnected from the internet. With this, even if the computer gets destroyed, one can still access their Bitcoins via private key and nothing else. The other risks involving Bitcoins is the same with any other currency. Fluctuation of interest, or basically changing its amount, and that some people may use them for black market transactions. More so with Bitcoin since, as I mentioned before, the government is not in control of it. If Bitcoin gets accepted as a daily means of currency, especially in the Philippines, we won't have problems such as, I tried to open a locked door with my card and now my card is gone forever. Through Bitcoin, we no longer have to worry about the difficulty involving physical currencies such as exchange rates, divisibility of amount, and unlike the recent news about the fake 200 peso bill, Bitcoin is hard to fake. And we all know, honesty is the best policy.